Tonight wrapped up the final episode of NXT before NXT Stand and Deliver on Saturday. And tonight, on a very, very, very rare occasion, we're going to talk about NXT. I just can't even remember the last time I've even talked about NXT because I've barely watched NXT until a couple weeks ago when I started watching because I wanted to know the build for Stand and Deliver and know how the matches came upon. So I'm not going into the show like a clueless idiot. So this is your NXT Stand and Deliver preview and predictions. I'm looking forward to it. It's a big part of WrestleMania weekend, and I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for the show. So this is day 2 of WrestleMania week here on the Big Fight Field channel. Yesterday we did a little bit. We basically did a preview video of what's going to be happening this week. If you want to know everything that I'm doing this weekend in full detail, go ahead and check out that video. We're going to be at SmackDown, NXT Stand and Deliver, and both nights of WrestleMania, doing 3 vlogs in 3 days. It's going to be hectic, but I'm so damn excited. We are literally 3 days away for the start of WrestleMania weekend, but we're not done there because we're going to talk about Stand and Deliver tonight. Tomorrow night, we have AEW Dynamite here on the Big Fight Field channel. Talk a little bit about AEW. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be over at the Rated M Wrestling Podcast with Mo, Cameron Johnson, co-host here for AEW Dynamite and AEW content on the Big Fight Field channel, and Chris at the Rated M Wrestling Podcast Network. So we're going to be talking WrestleMania. Very excited to be going on that show on Thursday night. That's why we're not going to be doing WrestleMania predictions here, because there's no point of doing WrestleMania predictions here when I'm going to be on that podcast. So if you want to know my WrestleMania predictions, you have to head over to the Rated M Podcast Network, subscribe to there, and I will put a link on my Twitter feed. Go subscribe to Mo's YouTube channel. And then, of course, we get into the big weekend, starting with Friday at SmackDown at the Wells Fargo Center, which already over 16,000 tickets have been sold for that SmackDown. So there is going to be over 16,000 people at the Wells Fargo Center on Friday night for a TV show. And I understand there's a Hall of Fame too. The Hall of Fame is a huge attraction. Paul Heyman is the headlining of the Hall of Fame. But damn, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Let's talk about Stand and Deliver. Tonight was the go-home show. I think there's 6 matches to Stand and Deliver. So without further ado, I don't know how much time I'm going to be on these matches because I don't really know how to give it in full detail outside of maybe 2 matches, maybe 3. But let's start it, man. We have, I'm just going to go from the order that I think. We got 2 new matches announced tonight, heading into Stand and Deliver, one of which is a championship match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We have I can't even remember their team name. The Wolf Dogs, there we go. Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker defending the Tag Team Championships against Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Now, tonight, NXT had a triple threat number 1 contender match with Nathan Frazier and Axiom, the LWO, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. And I thought Gallows and Anderson was going to be winning this match for sure. Not so fast in a very good triple threat tag team match. Nathan Frazier and Axiom came out with the win. And this is a toss-up because I thought for sure that the Good Brothers were going to win this match. And they were going to win the tag team titles on Saturday from Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. But is Nathan Frazier and Axiom the team that Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin are going to drop the tag team titles to? The X factor in this is Braun Breaker's already made appearances on SmackDown, and I'm kind of thinking that after WrestleMania, might be a good time to get Braun Breaker some more exposure on that brand. So I don't know, man. I'm going to throw a curveball out there. I'm going to say Nathan Frazier and Axiom are going to win the tag team titles, just because I think Braun Breaker has done all that he could for NXT and that he did in his career in NXT. It's time for him to be up on the main roster. He was up there for a couple occasions. His first instance up on the main roster was the Royal Rumble, and then he had about 2 matches on SmackDown. He won the NXT Tag Team Championships with Baron Corbin, and he hasn't been back up there since. So I think you want to get him up there full time, and for that to happen, they're going to have to drop the Tag Team Championships on Saturday to Nathan Frazier and Axiom. So that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Frazier and Axiom to win the Tag Team Championships. A 6-woman tag was made for Saturday. So we have 2 6-woman tags on Saturday. We have this match with JC Jane, Kiana James, and I think her name's Izzy Dame versus Fallon Henley, Thea Hale, and Kelani Jordan. So we have that on NXT. And then on night 1 of WrestleMania, we have Damage Control versus Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. For the NXT match, I'm probably going to take Thea Hale's team. I don't have any explanation. I can't really give you a reasoning. I can't really give you a reasoning for why I think this team is going to win the match, but I'm taking Thea Hale's team. Triple threat for the NXT North American Championship. Dijak, Josh Briggs, and Oba Femi. I'm actually really excited for this match. I think this is NXT's version of Meat Madness. Even though we never got the Meat Madness match in AEW, this feels like Meat Madness. These 3 guys, all of them are very good wrestlers. 2 of them are very good wrestlers. Oba Femi is still a little bit green to me. He's got a long way to go, even though he's the North American champion. But he's got a good chop. That chop he gave tonight to Joe Gacy, my goodness, that was a Gunther-like chop from Oba Femi to Joe Gacy. But I think these 3 guys are going to go out there and they're going to have a really good match. I'm excited to see what they can do. And I've been hearing some stuff about Oba Femi and how higher-ups in WWE like him and that he's going to be a player in the future for the WWE. And they don't want to rush him up to the main roster, which is awesome because he just got there. And literally when he just got there, they put a championship on him immediately. And I think he's going to retain. I think it's too soon to take the championship off of a guy like Oba Femi. I think it's too soon. You could put it on Dijak. I think Dijak deserves it. Dijak is great. I think Dijak is awesome. Josh Briggs, from what I've seen, he's not bad as well. But if you wanted to, you could put the title on Dijak. But I think Oba Femi is going to retain by pinning Josh Briggs. So I'm going to take Oba Femi to retain, NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria. Story is very simple, folks. Roxanne is claiming she never lost the NXT Women's Championship, even though she lost it in a ladder match last year at Stand and Deliver. She's been on the climb back for the championship, and in the process, she's turned heel. She has not done things the right way, and she has to get her hands dirty, and she's the heel. And at first, I didn't think heel Roxanne Perez was going to work, but it's actually working quite well. And I do think she's going to get that championship back. Again, she's another one that I've heard that higher-ups in WWE, this is me just reading Twitter, so they might not be true, but it's what I'm reading from the timeline, that higher-ups in WWE, they do like Roxanne Perez. She's got a high future, but officials in NXT kind of want her to stay because there's injuries to the NXT women's roster. There's no doubt in my mind that Cora Jade was supposed to win the championship probably this weekend from Lyra Valkyria. Obviously, she tore her ACL a long time ago, so they have to pivot back to Roxanne Perez. And I do think Roxanne Perez is going to stay in NXT for the rest of 2024 because she is going to be the NXT Women's Champion, and she's going to beat Lyra Valkyria on Saturday and win the championship. I think it should be a good match. It should be better, hopefully, than their Vengeance Day match, which, I don't know. When Lola Vice cashed in her contract, it got good then. But hopefully these ladies deliver a good match. NXT Championship not main eventing the show. Ilya Dragunov defending against Tony D'Angelo. It's a big test for Mr. Tony D'Angelo because he's a day oneer since NXT got rebranded and he came in and he's feuding with Tommaso Ciampa, and Tommaso Ciampa put him over before he went up to the main roster. Ilya Dragunov is the best wrestler in NXT, and I feel like he can't have a bad match with anybody. He's that damn good. And him and Trick Williams had they had a hell of a match at Vengeance Day. So I think that the bar is being risen, hopefully, with this match. Definitely the biggest match of Tony D'Angelo's career is this match against Ilya Dragunov. And he's not going to win because there's still more for Ilya Dragunov to do as the NXT champion. And I just don't think Tony D'Angelo's time is right now. But I might be wrong. I'm going to take Ilya Dragunov. And then in the main event, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. This is literally over 2 years in the making. This is mainly why I wanted to watch NXT on the road to Stand and Deliver, was because of this feud. And after what I saw that happened at Vengeance Day, I'm like, okay, I got to tune into NXT because I want to see what's going on with this feud. And I haven't been disappointed. This is excellent. It's been an excellent build to this match. This is one of the better feuds in WWE going into WrestleMania weekend, in the entirety of WrestleMania weekend. This is one of the better feuds happening the entire weekend. And they've been telling a story that that Trick was never Melo's brother because Trick went and sought opportunities for himself when he wasn't supposed to, and Trick was mad at Mello because he thought he was their brothers, and they've got this animosity going, and they're making history. They're going to be the first all-black main event on an NXT pay-per-view in history. So that's pretty damn cool. That's something that these guys are going to be able to hang their hat on in their career. Is, hey, we were the first all-black main event in NXT pay-per-view history. That's pretty cool. The Wells Fargo Center is going to be absolutely rocking for this match. I am so damn excited for this match. I'm going to take Trick to win because I think that Mello is going up to the main roster after WrestleMania, and I think Trick is going to go after the NXT Championship. I don't know if he's going to win the championship right away, but Trick Williams will win the NXT Championship in 2024. So there's your little preview for Stand and Deliver, and I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel. We will be back tomorrow night to talk about AEW Dynamite. We didn't do a review last week because I was down sick the entire week, so we'll be back tomorrow talking AEW tomorrow night. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below your predictions for Stand and Deliver. Hit the like button if you liked what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter, Colin_Joseph. And a special reminder, there will not be WrestleMania predictions here on this channel because I'm going to be on another channel doing my WrestleMania predictions, the Rated M Wrestling Podcast. So if you haven't already, subscribe to their channel, Rated M Wrestling Podcast. I'm going to be on their show Thursday night talking about WrestleMania, and you can get my predictions over on that channel. But guys, I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy, man. And I'm out. Peace.